March 12th, 2022. I know New York City is famous for Broadway and for the theater. I don't have money to go to these things. I haven't been able to attend. Uh, I don't even know what's there, but apparently the television has something called Hadestown, Hadeston. It's talking about there's these two women who are not rock, paper, and scissors, might I add. But apparently she's the director of the theater company down on Broadway. And they're talking about when the city shut down for COVID. And then they talked about something called George Floyd. Again, more headlines I don't listen to. Apparently there was a dark-skinned man that got killed. That's every day in the city. I mean, there's so many here, whatever. So, and then they had this big rally with my skin's not a weapon. No, it's not. But there are at the same time over here going on these mass vaccinations with unbeknownst source of bioengineered product, which is a real threat to some of us that don't want to take it, but now are bullied and our entire lives are under scrutiny and changed because of unwanted guests and unassuming, non-educated directors or whatever, voices in the community that are sticking up and standing up for all of the wrong whatever. So this is broadcast on Channel 2. It says Hadestown. Again, I have no idea what Hadestown is on because I don't have any foot in the theater whatsoever on Broadway. There's no shows, there's no contacts, there's no anything.
Story of Broadway in the pandemic is one for the history books.
It was tragic. We thought we were going to have 97,000 people.
Charlotte St. Martin, and it says president of the Broadway League, and this is during the corona pandemic. We have 1 and 2. Oh, look at that Swarovski, you're in the background.
Out of work for 2 or 3 weeks. Who knew that it was going to be 18 months? So it was devastating.
But from the bad came some good. Broadway League President Charlotte St. Martin says the theater industry is evolving.
The George Floyd murder.
So this man, they made a big campaign over him. He died. And everybody's sticking up, and then it became the Black Lives Matter. And this is their poster child for that. During this time of bioengineered chemical weapons and germ warfare, this is what the idiot public is doing.
Created a whole topic of diversity and what our community should.
They created a topic of diversity while these people, her and people like these, while germ and chemical warfare is being preyed upon the people and psychological warfare, and these two idiots are inventing what diversity should look like, not even knowing that they're victims of more serious crimes while they're participating. Stupids.
Look like. And we were very quick to talk not only about the many initiatives that we already had in place, but about how we could do better.
Bringing on Janine Scott as Director of Equity.
I'm so curious how they can do better. Do better for what? Do better for making sure that the Rock, Paper, Scissors Committee can actually enjoy the city? And that they don't have to be locked away elsewhere? Or in some civil suit with some stupid topic? While there's an even bigger war going on that this is totally oblivious to, or some of them know and just quietly, dangerously, like, cause trouble, like we didn't know.
Equity, diversity, and inclusion.
We recognize that we have to truly reflect, not just on stage, but behind the scenes, the community that we represent.
Focusing on these efforts while getting Broadway back to business, even through the recent surge.
The show must go on never was more appropriate than for Broadway. I mean, Omicron, we took shows out for 10 days. They were back the minute they could be back. Broadway is tied to New York, and New York is tied to Broadway. We have to be resilient, and thank goodness we are.
By April 28th, 35 theaters will be open. A true sign Broadway is back. In Times Square, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS 2 News.
The Broadway League says
So that's the level of stupidity in New York, and that's what they wasted the last 2 years coming up with. All sorts of reasons why they're committing crimes against the crown, while psychological germ and chemical warfare is being publicly promoted. And they're active participants. I mean, I didn't participate as usual, but then again, I didn't know what they were asking of anybody because there's no society around here. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxies, Broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. So I just am curious how long they have to keep telling on themselves and proving just how dangerous they are in their efforts before something really gets done to fix this whole situation. It's March 12th, 2022.